Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another fantastic episode of Let's Play Kingdom Hearts. This is episode number 16, I believe. Let me double check that. Yeah, episode number 16, and this is Hallow Bastion Part 3. It looks like we have one or two parts more to finish up Hallow Bastion, but hopefully Hallow Bastion will be finished up here pretty shortly. Like I said, this world it's just puzzles and mazes and everything like that, and I really don't want to skip a whole lot out of the world. Now, I really want you guys to see some of the nitty-gritty stuff here because, yeah, some of the puzzles are pretty cool. You can see here, I went and I picked up a lot of the books along the way. Some of the books that we could pick up. Opening up a soda pop. But it's one of those worlds, just like Neverland, where you need to have all team members present. Otherwise, you won't be able to pick up the books needed. And the books help you progress through the story. Like, you absolutely 100% need them. Some of the other finite little secrets we find in this area, you don't need as much, but it's cool to get them while you're here. This is a world that you definitely will return to post-game, because there's just so much here, but I try to go through and use my knowledge to get like everything we can as early as we can. Not sure if that makes 100% sense at the time, but it does as I'm playing through it, right? Like, let's get everything we can as early as humanly possible, because I want to have it as little. Like here, even this, right? We're having multiple Hallow Bastion parts, but I want to have as few like grindy parts of the game as humanly possible. So even this is like a lot to leave into the game. Like, there's just so much stuff going on here. But I mean, that's cool. You know, everything progresses at some sort of pace in this world, so it's a lot of fun. Even these puzzles, as a little kid, I was like perplexed, like what we could do, but they do offer like a tad bit of challenge. I would say that. I mean, it's not like a grand amount, but it's enough that you'll be looking around trying to pick up every little bit that you can. Spin this one around now that we unlocked this area. If you don't get it in 2 spins, typically you can't get it, is my feedback. Yeah, they tend to like turn based upon where the books are laid and which books are laid down and things like that. So, you know, if you can't get it right away, don't be surprised. It just means that a book's not in the correct location, typically. And you have to go and resolve that. But other than that, there's not like a whole ton you can do here. Unlocking the door is the only part that was like really essential to progress forward. Everything else is just kind of like I'm exploring to see what I can do. But like I said, like some of this nitty-gritty stuff is like not vitally important, but it's stuff that you're gonna end up doing in your Let's Play if you ever did a Let's Play or played through the game. So I wanted to like walk through that, like what it looks like from the angle of actually doing it. And this one you can see we already got it out there, so there's no reason to do it twice. Let's go and do this one here on the end twice. Just because, like I said, this is the one that typically will give a lot of people trouble. Like, trying to even get to this location. And I think the largest factor of that is, like, your teammates. Like, sometimes they just suck. And you can't get the stuff. There we go, we got an AP up. That's not really all that vital, but like I said, there's a lot of hidden gems throughout this castle. Like, they really did a good job at making this world feeling like it is legitimately like close to the end of the world. Like, shit's supposed to go down here. This is one of the only native locations that's like solely a Kingdom Hearts world. Usually there's like, you know, it's a Disney world, but the Kingdom Hearts world kind of bends upon it. This is like a sole Kingdom Hearts world, so it's cool to find all the little gems that they have hidden throughout it. So give myself that, Then let's exchange, because we have a Mega Elixir there. We want that. Let's give Goofy this. And we're going to end up having to go back to one of the locations to buy a shitload of stuff, because the boss fight that comes up here is a lot harder than I expect it to be. You won't get to see that because I cut it out because I lost multiple times, but yeah, next episode we'll have like our major first boss fight in this world, and we need items to back us up there because it's just going to be too difficult to walk into and say, okay, you know, we can handle this, because we can't. And here we go, we got another puzzle. There's multiple pieces to this puzzle. Part 1's pretty easy to figure out, right? The candlesticks need to be lit. So we need to light all the candlesticks around this room in order to get through, like, part 1 of the puzzle. Which, like I said, this part is, like, fundamentally one of the easier parts to understand. Sorry if my audio sounds a little bit off. The puppy has joined me on the couch. Hello, puppy. Hello. Hello, fluff husky butt. Hello. She has joined me for the audio recording here, which means she is getting tired. We had a long day. So. Not sure if I missed anything on screen there. I feel like I really did. Like, I feel like I read what that podium said, but if I didn't out loud, the podiums are very fundamental as well. So that puts out that, which we get a little piece in the center there. I forget to get that right away, but eventually we will get that. This says, show me how powerful you are. Show me your crushing power. So let's destroy these two things here, because that's probably what it's asking for. Turns out it is, and a piece gets spit up there from the dragon head down below. Fair enough. This is a trinity. Knock that down, it bursts into pieces, and we get a little piece out of it there. That's good. Okay. This one wants us to move it. I think that's what I skipped over reading. So there we go. I would assume that's another little piece. So all the pieces are down there except for the one up in the cauldron right there. I don't know why I don't grab that one in the cauldron first, because it would save me a boatload of time, but I don't, because I'm a moron. But, you know, once again, as a little kid, that's probably what I was missing here. Just a dumb fool playing through this game. And I'm still a dumb fool playing through this game, so. Let's go, let's put some of these pieces into place. There we go, we got 1, 2, and 3. And now we just need the last piece. It's gonna say the last one is missing. I try to hit it, because I get frustrated with it, but like I said, as it turns out, I'm just a moron. And you can see, I quickly remember that. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. It showed me something in the cauldron there. I highly doubt that was just like coal ash. Like, it's gotta be something pivotal to the game for it to point it out to me. Right? So, let's go up here, let's go get that piece. Let's walk through the save zone quick, just so that way, if anybody lost any health, I know I lost some magic there from using my fire. We might as well just regain all of our strength there that we can. Let's not do this first one, but let's do the second one, because those ends are blocked off. We could jump and glide over. There we go, glide into the piece. We got the emblem piece. Let's go down. Up here. You can see our character wants to intuitively slide down that. You have to jump right away, but once we put this into place, we'll now get another cutaway that's important to the game moving forward. So let's watch this.
Why? It was mine.
Riku's disappointed.
The heart that is strong and true shall win the Keyblade.
Oh shit.
What? You're saying my heart's weaker than his?
For that instant it was. However, you can become stronger. You showed no fear in stepping through the door to darkness. It held no terror for you. Plunge deeper into
So here's the hooded figure we saw back on Destiny
dark,
Islands,
grow even stronger.
tempting Riku to become stronger.
What should I do?
It's really quite simple. Open yourself to the darkness.
Tells him to open himself to the darkness, and then we cut off, and all that really happens is Riku glows a little bit there. I cut it out, but just because I wanted to cut out like a lot of this bullshit scaling our way up this disaster of a place. Like, it's too much to show everything. I'll tell you, this recording here, I broke it down into 17 minutes roughly. It took me about an hour and a half. Like, you don't want to see all the little nuances there of the lift that we just went into, because it's a disaster. But all that happens is that he shows him the darkness, he like touches his hand, and Riku lights up in a color, and that's really it. That's all you missed there. Not a whole lot. And while that stuff's happening, of course, we're going up the side of the mountain here. The side of this castle. Trying to progress. And this really is like it's truly a test of strength. Like, all the Heartless here have like special little quirks. It's not hard to figure them out, but at the same point in time, like, they are a lot harder than you would predict in any other world. Like, this is like the pinnacle of them being difficult. And there's sections where you have to go over bridges and stuff like that, and it is difficult. But not impossible. That's why we're still hanging out here, right? Let me open another soda pop, even though I only have a few minutes here to finish it up. There we go. Let's do this. Lower that piece. Now we need to go through the other side and lower the other piece. Yeah, there's not much we could do other than, I don't know. We'll have to go through the lifts, which you haven't seen yet, because I cut out the majority of them, but they're brutal, if I'm going to be 100% honest. Yeah, these lifts suck. The lifts, you could change the direction in which they move, but you really can't change, like, the I can't say that word. Trajectory? You know what I'm talking about, hopefully, on your end. You can't really change the output of where they're going unless you know the layout of the building, which, if this is your first playthrough, you don't. It's not my first playthrough, so I'm a little bit more knowledgeable on where we're supposed to go, but still not that much. I tend not to play Kingdom Hearts 1 as much as I go back and play Kingdom Hearts 2, but still, it's been a few years, like maybe 3-4 years, at least 4, that's what I would say. So, I'm not looking at it with a fresh set of eyes, but I'm definitely, like, questioning my memory. You can see that he was casting Thunder, I gave him a Thunder, and it actually healed him, so it's something that I wanted to show a lot earlier on in the process, but never really got around to doing it. But now we can go over here, and we should be able to lower this side as well. I think that's the key goal here, and then we could go back to the other side and actually work our way up. I think that's what we need to do in this situation. You can see there, man, when they attack, they actually do, like, really good damage at this stage in the game. Like, the Heartless are no joke at this point. They're actually posing a threat. like, it's phenomenal, because, like, they're gonna appear in a lot of boss battles as, like, backups that we could deal with when they're not dealing with stuff. And although they drop a good amount of HP there, you saw, like, I was able to heal up decently just from defeating them. Like, they're still, they could cause, they take away from some of the boss battles, and if you've seen any of this Let's Play so far, my MO has kind of been like, just hit the boss as hard as you can and get it over with, which does not work. Like, at this point, it's non-existent. You can't do that anymore. Like, you either walk into a boss battle with a strategy, or you walk out and you lose. Those are the options. So here, we drop that down. Now we're able to traverse across this area. There we go. And then let's just try to work our way in here. And we'll get one more cutscene and then we're done. I think. Because this is leading up to like one of the final boss battles of this area. But hey, if you did enjoy this episode, please feel free to like, comment, or even consider subscribing. Like I said in the past, all that stuff is free and very motivational for the videos moving forward. This is really where we're going to end this episode. Like I said, there's a boss battle coming up in the next episode. Maybe even 2. I might be able to get 2 out of the way and maybe even wrap up this world. But I don't want to make any promises at this point in time because, like I said, they're getting increasingly harder, like each boss battle. So I don't want to promise anything and then not fulfill it. But like I said, if you enjoyed this series or anything of that nature at all, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. It's definitely very beneficial moving forward and greatly appreciated from all the work that I do here on my end.
Without her heart.
In the past it used to be a team effort with a few of us playing through this, but it's just me at this point in time. So, it definitely takes up a lot of time, and like I said in the previous episodes, definitely doing this stuff a little bit ahead of time, sort of on a delayed post with some upcoming mini vacations and things like that. But hey, it's all part of it. So hopefully you all enjoyed, and hopefully we all get to see you on the next one.